Hey everyone, and welcome to my channel. Before I start the video, just wanted to say if you like NBA content, then like, comment, subscribe. It'll be greatly appreciated. Now let's get to the video. Now, can the Bulls win with Zach Lavine? Well, maybe. Now, Zach Lavine is a tremendous talent, a borderline all-star, but right now, the way the Bulls are currently constructed, it'll be really difficult for them to win due to poor coaching. I think we can all agree Boylen is arguably the worst coach in the league. The front office is a mess. We all know this. You're paying guys like Felicio over $7 million to breathe. Boylen is also playing Felicio and Lukrembo over more promising players in the rotation like Daniel Gafford just because. And also Boylen angered one of the core pieces on his team in Lauri Markkanen. Boylen essentially shunned Markkanen at the offense this season and basically reduced his role as a spot-up shooter. Markkanen averaged a career low in field goal attempts this season, and his numbers dropped considerably from 18.7 points a game the season prior to 14.7 this season. His three-point percentage also went down below 35%, and overall, it just looked like his confidence wavered all season. I would have liked to see Markkanen put the ball on the floor more against certain fives because he has the agility to do so, and so that he can get to the free throw line where he shoots over 80% on 3 attempts per game. Look for Markkanen to improve next season, or possibly ask for a trade if he isn't integrated into the offense more next season. Now, however, this team does have some bright spots in Coby White, someone who I'm really high on. I think at worst, he'll be a spark plug off the bench type player, a volume shooter who can create offense off the bench a la Jordan Clarkson, Lou Will. Is he a natural playmaker? Yeah, that's kind of up in the air, and you may question his fit alongside Zach Lavine. However, like I said earlier, I'm really high on Coby White. I think he's going to be a pretty productive player. As long as he can improve his defense and playmaking, he should be fine. Now, Wendell Carter Jr. is also a guy with potential who just hasn't been able to stay healthy, unfortunately. And it seems like we haven't been able to see his full repertoire. He played 44 games his rookie year before going down with injury, posting averages of 10 points, 1.3 blocks, 7 boards a game, while shooting 79% from the line and 48% from the field on 8.4 attempts. And this season, his numbers did improve in comparison slightly, albeit in another shortened season of 43 games. Obviously, the pandemic had something to do with that, but he had also struggled with a thumb injury all year long too, so that's something to look out for. Now, Daniel Gafford is also an intriguing player to briefly mention with high energy, someone who should be playing more minutes because the other two backup centers suck. Other players to briefly mention on this team are Chandler Hutchinson, who showed a little glimpse of something this season, but the season was cut short due to a shoulder injury, and I don't see neither him or Denzel Valentine or Otto Porter as long-term fits at the small forward spot for the Bulls. That's why I think a guy like Denny Avdija could be a good fit for them in the draft. As a playmaker at the 3 spot, he could play off of Zach Lavine and Coby White. While the 3-point percentage doesn't necessarily indicate that, but he has a good form, and I can see him adjusting well in the NBA. Now, if you're talking about upside in the draft, I don't think he has that much of one, but he can be a jack of all trades type player in the sense where he doesn't particularly excel in one aspect of his game, but is just average or good in all the other aspects, and I think he'll be a solid starter. And on top of that, he also fills a need at the small forward spot. But if you're not sold on Coby White as a primary PG of this team, then I think Killian Hayes is the way to go if he's still around the 7th pick, which is where the Bulls are mocked to be picking the upcoming draft. Hayes should be the option because he could form a really intriguing backup with Zach Lavine and provide some much-needed playmaking and some shot creating ability, especially off the pick and roll. Other picks to consider would be Isaac Okoro, someone who can guard 1 through 4, and on top of that, he'd be fulfilling a need at the small forward spot on this team. Like I said, he would just have to work on his perimeter shot. Another guy to mention would be Devin Vassell. He's another option that would be a 3-and-D player with some potential on the offensive end that I can see meshing really well with Zach Lavine and others. Other players to briefly mention in the upcoming draft are Obi Toppin, who can be an option if the Lauri Markkanen saga ends. And I don't really see them taking Cole Anthony because he's really similar to Coby White in my opinion. And if the Bulls obviously get a high enough pick, they should obviously go with either LaMelo or Anthony Edwards. P.S. I think Edwards is the best player in this draft, but that's for another day. But anyways, can the Bulls win with Zach Lavine? For that to happen, Coby White will have to take another step next season. Wendell and marketing will have to improve and stay healthy, and their draft pick this year will have to contribute. If not, Zach Lavine might be demanding a trade soon. And if Felicio is still your backup center, then you have bigger problems to deal with. Anyways, if you made it to another video, thanks for watching. Like, comment, subscribe, and be on the lookout for another one soon. Peace.